When evaluating ingestion tools, what are some of the basics that any decision maker needs to consider when looking at what's available out there?
Turns out that data pipelines aren't just about getting data from point A to point B, right? That's the easy part, right? Any engineer can build a system that extracts data from a source and puts it into a destination, probably in an afternoon if they're good. But the difficulty and the important part about these things is reliability, monitoring, observability, those types of features that allow for understanding that your data pipeline's always working, right? Once data becomes a production service, you need to make sure that it's always up to date and it's always available, and you can monitor that and you can know exactly if that changes and that you have to alert stakeholders of it. In addition, you want an out-of-the-box ecosystem of integrations that's going to help get data from the future systems that you may want to extract data from and put it into maybe future systems that you want to put it into. Real-time ingestion can be pretty important there. Things like schema evolution, so that you don't have to do work when your schema changes, right? Hopefully, if there's a system that you have that's going to manage all that complexity for you. Things like flexibility with APIs to plug it into wherever you want. Maybe you want to extract it using a Kafka type framework and want to have an ecosystem to be able to plug it in with anything that speaks Kafka. So I would say that there's a lot, and it's not necessarily just the connectors that are the important part. It's kind of the whole platform that sits around it.
There are a lot of ingestion tools out there. What sets the good ones apart from the average ones?
So I think that the biggest things are more of the platform aspects that ensure that you're going to always be running. So things like observability monitoring, those are of course really important. Integrations with the systems that you're using for monitoring. So it's great to have a system that you're using that can talk to your Datadog, whatever you're using for monitoring, to tell you that there's a problem so that you can just funnel the alerts into the places you're using it already. Real-time ingestion and real-time transformations are nice to have for sure. I think today, though, private deployments in BYOC are something that's becoming top of everyone's minds at most actual, big enterprise businesses. The capability to do a single tenant deployment so your data isn't intermingled and you can control the region very closely that your data's being processed in, and BYOC so that your data never leaves your four walls, right? Those will set the basic ones apart from the really, really good ingestion tools, right? Support teams that are always accessible can be, a huge differentiator when it comes to something like ingestion, where you're relying on an external company for your data pipelines, and you want to make sure that you can get an answer right away and fix something if it goes wrong.